Premium pellets, that's what we're gonna talk about today and compare two different pellet brands. We're gonna compare Smokin' Pecan and we're gonna compare Knottywood Almond Pellets. And you might ask yourself a question, what makes them premium pellets? Well, there's a few things that make them premium pellets. Number one, they're gonna cost a little bit more than your 50-pound bag at Sam's Club with God only knows what's in those pellets. These are gonna cost a little bit more, and from my knowledge, I don't know that you could buy these or these at like Sam's Club or even Home Depot. What makes them premium? Their cost. They're gonna cost a little bit more. And one interesting fact that you might know about premium pellets, you're gonna use less pellets compared to the cheaper pellets. Well, why is that? There's no additives, there's no fillers, there's no binders in either one of these particular pellets. When it comes to buying pellets, what's important to you? Is it flavor? Is it price? Is it the end result you'll get into flavor? Well, that's the things that you need to consider whenever you're wanting to buy premium pellet brands. And that's why we're going to compare these two particular pellet brands today. Knottywood Almond Pellets. They have a few other brands. I like their Plumwood, which is really amazing. You should check them out. Spencer is actually a good friend of mine. He's a good dude. When it comes to Knottywood barbecue pellets, there's no fillers. Well, what does that mean if there's no fillers or no additives? Well, what that means is it gives you a higher density pellet. And the result of that is going to be a cleaner, a little hotter cook, depending upon what temperature you set your pellet grill at. Let's talk about Smokin' Pecan for just 1 second. These as well have no binders, no fillers, no additives. They burn slower, and you know what? They use every part of the pecan. That means there's no tree that has taken down in order to make these particular pellets. That's the cool part about these Smokin' Pecan pellets. Smokin' Pecan is they're not gonna be consistent in necessarily how they look because it's up to Mother Nature what she produces in terms of the pecan. And one interesting fact is no matter what premium brand you're using, which these two are ones we're comparing, you're gonna use less pellets because it's going to be a cleaner smoke versus the cheaper brand who has a lot of additives and fillers. Let's get a comparison going. We're going to get these loaded in our grills. We got two very similar grills. We're going to set them to the same temperature. We're going to cook some chicken. We're going to cook some beef, and we're also going to cook some pork. So let's get to it so we can compare. Let's get some pellets. Using Knottywood, we're going to go right into, and we've been emptied out, right inside. While we're here, while we're at this, let's take a look at the color of those pellets. Let's get Smokin' Pecan loaded. Check out the color of the Smokin' Pecans. Both grills are turned on to 225 degrees. These each have a super smoke setting to make sure that we get plenty of smoke infused from the pecan pellets, the Knottywood pellets. Let's go get the ribs prepared first and get them on since they take the longest. Ribs are trimmed up. I got some baby backs right here. Got the membrane removed. We're just gonna take some mustard as a binder. Just rub the mustard all over because we want the coating to stick, or the seasonings. Next up is just simply to season your ribs. We're gonna use some of this Traeger whiskey dust. The other side. All right, both grills are up to temp. Get your first rack of ribs on that first grill. This is the Knottywood pellets. Next up is the Smokin' Pecan. We're gonna let these both smoke. We're gonna let them cook for 90 minutes while they're cooking, getting some smoke flavor added into the ribs. We're gonna go prepare our burgers and thighs. Let's go. Burger patties are all seasoned up with the same seasoning. Next up, chicken thighs. Really simple process here, by the way. Some of that same whiskey dust, or take some of that same whiskey dust right on the chicken. It's been an hour and a half. We got a lot of smoke on the pecan pellets on the ribs. You can see nice color. Our bacon, we're trying to crisp that up. Next thing here, we're gonna take a burger, put a burger right there. Take a chicken breast, we're gonna set that right there. Now let's take that rack of ribs. All right, nothing fancy here. We're just gonna take the rack of ribs and we're just gonna fold over the foil. And we're gonna go back on the smoker until the internal temperature hits around 185 to 190. Then we're gonna unwrap it. Next step is we're gonna kick this bad boy up to 250 degrees. Over to the Naughty Wood. Take that burger, place it down. Chicken thigh, place it down. Hey, gotta have that skin, you know what I mean? Take that rack of ribs. Back on the grill. Let's go up to 250 degrees. Just as a quick recap so you can know where we're at, we've got both Traegers kicking at 250 degrees. They each have one slab of rib, one chicken thigh, and one hamburger. And we even have bacon on there that we're smoking that we're gonna crisp up to put on the burger as well. We have the pecan pellets right here, and we have the Naughty Wood pellets right here. We're getting closer and closer to the reveal to see which pellet produced the best flavor at moderate temperatures, just for all purposes, to know how much pellets we've used. Let's go over here and look. All right, man, it feels like we hadn't hardly used any pellets. We've been going for like an hour and a half over here with the pecan. Same thing with the Naughty Wood, man. It's a slow burn. I can't wait to see what happens at the end. Take that crispy bacon. All right, let's take some Duke's mayo. Boy, that was a good one. Take all that cooked, smoked, chopped bacon, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1.5 tablespoons of mustard, 2 tablespoons of sriracha. Tell me that's not some fine dipping sauce to go on a burger. I just temped the ribs and we're at 159 degrees, and I just temped the burgers, we're at 124 degrees, and I temped the chicken, we're at 129 degrees. So I went ahead and bumped up the temperature to 275 degrees so that I can get done a little quicker than waiting 3.5 hours, because hey, who's got 4 or 5 hours on ribs? I don't, I got stuff to do. I turned it up to 275, and as soon as we get up to temp, we're going to put cheese on those burgers, and we're going to sauce the chicken thighs and the ribs with yours truly. Family Table Catering, our Clowers Kitchen barbecue sauce. You can find this down below in the description if you're interested in my barbecue sauce. It is sweet and savory. I think it's the best on the market. There's not a better barbecue sauce on the market, in my opinion. That burger has already hit temp, so we're gonna go ahead and go down with some cheese. We need a couple buns. Now let's go over to the other one. Go down with a couple buns, slice of cheese. All right, let's go ahead and pull the bun off. We'll set that right over there. Ooh, look at that right there. And if you guys can see right there, look at the color that's beginning to permeate on that thigh. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of my barbecue sauce and we're just gonna coat it. Yeah, look at that. That's gonna get real good and happy. We're gonna let that go for a few minutes and then we're gonna douse the top. Look at that, let's get rid of them buns or remove them. Delicious looking patty, slippy sliding on me. All right, let's get the bottom side of that chicken thigh. My barbecue sauce. Coat that thing, let it get real good and happy. And we're gonna go ahead and take the rib. We're gonna unwrap the ribs. Look at that. My goodness, those things look amazing. Since we're in the sauce business, go ahead and get some sauce on there. We're gonna tack them up really good with my sweet and savory barbecue sauce. All right, let's see these beautiful ribs. I don't know if you guys can tell, but really good color all along there. Now is we're gonna douse them with my barbecue sauce. Let that tack up. All right, we're gonna coat the other side in about 15 minutes. Look at that. That's a work of art. All right, a little bit more barbecue sauce on that chicken. Paint some of that sauce all around. All right, next we're gonna move over to the ribs. See how that tacked up to it? Pretty nice. Let's pour some barbecue sauce right on top. All right, let's just paint her on. We're back over here to the Naughty Wood ribs. We're gonna flip that chicken, put some barbecue sauce on it, paint it on there, nice and beautiful. Flip the ribs over, a little bit of barbecue sauce. Let's let that tack up real good. About 30 minutes away from the cook. This is Naughty Wood. Since the burgers came off first, we're gonna go ahead and build those really quickly. So let's go ahead and slap that dressing that I made right on the bottom. And we're gonna take that burger, place it right on top. We're gonna go right on top with more of that dressing. Boom. Delicious looking burger. Everything's off the smoker. I've got the burgers built right here, the ribs and chicken thighs. They have rested. Everything on my right is the smoking pecan, and everything on my left is Naughty Wood. Let's cut into the hamburger right here. All right, now I'm gonna need some participants to help me with this process. So I'm gonna cut my burger up into pieces. This is the smoking pecan. This is Naughty Wood. Smoking pecan burger, let's try it. Wow, the smoke penetration on that burger, I mean, that was just like lightning fast. I mean, literally within about 3 seconds, I got that deep, smoky flavor on that first bite of the smoking pecan burger. Now the Naughty Wood burger, of course that sauce is banging. Oh man, whoa. Big difference of how they both hit my palate from these smoked burgers. The smoking pecan pellets hit my palate pretty quick within the burger, and then the Naughty Wood pellets was a little bit slower to hit that smoke flavor, but in one sense was a little bit more pronounced on the back end. But man, it's really hard to tell which is the better pellet when it comes to just the burger patty. So I think in order to make a really fair comparison, we need to continue with the chicken and the ribs. They both have a very pronounced, strong smoke flavor. Man, a really one was like the pecan is very pronounced in the beginning, and the Naughty Wood comes in a little bit later. Excellent burger too. I got two pretty girls who are willing to taste the meat as well. They're tasting the Naughty Wood burgers.
It's delish.
How's the smoky flavor?
Smoky. Yeah.
So this is made with almond wood, and now we're gonna move over to literally pecan pellets made out of pecans.
Out of pecan wood or?
Pecans, yeah. So this is almond wood,
Okay.
literally pecans.
I like that one better. This is better.
The pecan?
Not even a.
Sorry, Spencer.
Smokier or just sweeter?
Is it smokier or sweeter?
Smokier, but it tastes better.
Smokier and tastes better.
Different taste.
Yeah.
It's good. Both are delish.
Yes, very, very good. Okay, so this is chicken thighs. I know you love thighs.
I do.
So this is smoking pecan pellets. If you want to try one, help yourself. Oh man. There's a rich, smoky, sweet flavor within the chicken on the smoking pecan. What do you think?
I like it.
Man, that smokiness just really hits your palate. Very nice. And this is the Naughty Wood made with almond wood, or cooked with almond wood. So that's a little bit more stronger up front, I think, smoke flavor. She just left the set.
Right, Toby was trying to get out
I'm
to the
just
bin.
kidding.
It's a good thing he's fat.
I think that one tastes better on the chicken.
Which one, the Naughty Wood? Okay, now let's try smoking pecan ribs. Smoking pecan rib.
Okay.
Smoking pecan rib. Cheers on smoking pecan rib. Look at that color. Smoking pecan. I think that's a good rib.
Good. It is good.
It almost adds like a strong, not in a bad way strong, but like a nutty, smoky, woody, sweet flavor profile.
That would be pecan.
I think that's a good rib. Naughty wood rib. This is the naughty wood rib.
This is maple?
No, this is almond wood.
Good job.
Man, that's delicious. Okay, so I feel like it's a toss-up, in my opinion, between the smoking pecan and the naughty wood almond wood pellets. I feel like it's kind of a toss-up in my opinion because we've got some that were better with the smoking pecan and then we got some that were better with the naughty wood. So I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're in the market for premium pellets, I would encourage you to check out either Naughty Wood or Smokin' Pecan because it was really hard to tell a major difference between these two premium brands of pellets. Either way, you're gonna win with buying Smokin' Pecan pellets or Naughty Wood almond pellets, but they also have plum pellets and a Cabernet Wood pellet as well. Thanks for watching from my wife and our oldest right here, Darby. Thanks for being in this video with us. Until next time, we'll see you guys.